Hello and welcome to another update on BTC. We are currently on the daily chart here, and the Bitcoin chart might have formed the top in this A wave. We talked about that over the last few days, that the structure from the April low looks technically complete. You might remember that back in February, March, April, we were watching for reversal here, and while the price formed marginally lower lows, the larger support area for this wave 4 never broke. So this support area remains still on the chart for now, because it could still be relevant with support between 75k and 69k. So we don't want to remove it yet, but it reacted, the price reacted where it needed to. Reacting to the 50% retracement in a fourth wave, absolutely acceptable. And now this fifth wave to the upside might indeed be unfolding. And the fifth wave would be an ABC structure. So that is how we're tracking it. It is an ABC structure because the move to the upside from the August low last year is seen as an ending diagonal, which means that, for example, here the wave 4 can be quite stretched out. The subwaves are corrective in nature. Now, the move up from the April low is not corrective as such. It is a 5-wave move, but the subwaves are corrective. So it's possible that this move up is simply the A wave, but 5 waves in the A wave, okay? Whereas this A wave between September 24 and October 24 was clearly a 3-wave move. So the idea is that we had 3 waves in wave 1, 3 waves in wave 2, 3 waves in wave 3, 3 waves in wave 4, and we would get 3 waves in wave 5. But the first wave up, which is the A wave, from the April low, in this case, can always be, an A wave can always be 5 or 3 waves. And because it's 5 waves, we have a, let's say, clear signal that the market wants to go higher. I mean, it's clear, it's not guaranteed, right? There is no certainty, but we have some clarity here. Given that we have 5 waves up, that typically means that after a corrective pullback, the market intends to go higher. And based on the structure we have here, we can add standard support levels for a B wave pullback between 80.2k and 92k. So this is for this B wave. And then from there, another C wave rally could unfold. This is precisely what we're tracking right now, an A, B, C structure. And that B wave pullback, as I said, might be unfolding right now, or might be starting in after one more high, but we are sort of in that topping area. At least, that's the current assumption based on what I see on the micro level. I put it into our member update earlier today. The message, we are close. The market has done what it needs to do. Now we are watching for confirmation of a turn or one final extension. Basically, we don't have confirmation for a top yet. So it is time to be cautious, but we cannot expect this B wave yet, or we cannot assume it has started. I do keep the door open for higher for now, especially on the smaller time frame, because let's be honest, no support level broke. So the uptrend is technically still intact. We just try to identify high probability turning zones for a start of a B wave. But that doesn't mean, it's always a matter of how to approach this. I mean, I wouldn't short this, right? The trend is up. Uptrends in crypto can be aggressive. We are still technically in a bullish market, and pullbacks can even be corrective. It might make sense to reduce position size a little bit if you bought in the support box in April or March or February. It can make sense. I think it can be reasonable to reduce risk, but that's not the same as being bearish or shorting the market. Is completely different. Okay, so yeah, the idea is that we could still be in this move to the upside as an ABC structure. The B wave pullback should be clearly a corrective pattern to keep the door open for higher. And for me, while it's absolutely possible that we continue to stretch higher more directly, also maybe reach my target area around 130k very directly, I mean, anything is possible. This would not be the preferred scenario at this point. And much more would be needed to confirm that. Okay, like for example, a decisive break above 109K, then I will probably stop watching for that B wave pullback. Okay, the best indication that the B wave has started would be a break below this red line at 93,460, but that will be quite a late signal. Therefore, we are tracking smaller degree support levels on the smaller time frame. So let's take a look at those because they give us an earlier signal. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area. And you can see here this wedge pattern. I think yesterday around the same time, we talked about this wedge pattern. We talked about this channel. I highlighted that not much happened and that if we get a pullback, the support area is this one between 99,900 and 102,130. So this is still standard support in my opinion for a fourth wave. Obviously in the white scenario, we can say, I mean, when we then zoom into this scenario I just talked about, we can say that there is a wave count where I can interpret this move to the upside as completed. I can easily label it as complete if I want to. That's possible. However, I think the move up counts quite well as a three-wave move. So the idea would be that in the yellow scenario, and I have to rule that out first before I confirm a reversal to the downside, it is possible that is simply formed an A, B, C flat correction, and we might form one more high in the fifth wave. So all we're doing is we're checking if this support area is holding, and it's between 99.9K and 102.1K, and the price landed exactly at the 38.2 retracement at $100,900. So I think the market is ready for a turn to the downside. However, has not yet decided. The sentiment in the stock market and crypto is at the moment very similar. So we see the Bitcoin bulls maybe waiting to see what the stock market bulls are doing. So on both of these, I mean, for example, NASDAQ that I'm tracking in parallel, the S&P, you might not know that we offer a like sometimes more or less regular NASDAQ updates on our more trading online channel. It's a YouTube channel. You can find it linked in the description. So we do track it there from time to time. But there, yeah, I'm tracking this index, and the market also there has reached an important pivot, but without any confirmation for a top. So I think the market is kind of waiting in a holding pattern now. The trend to the upside is looking a little bit exhausted, but hasn't clearly topped yet. So we are at that potential trend reversal point. But as I said, as long as pullbacks remain corrective in nature and we're not breaking below any support, we could watch for higher. So the next objective for the bulls first would be a break above 103,130, but then here 104,700, and then obviously above the high. And I've added earlier today this micro projection or microstructure that still shows how the market could still grind higher more directly. And this is valid, especially as long as yesterday's low is holding. So this is an area to watch for reverse. I mean, the market already showed a reaction, and the market already reacted exactly to the 38.2 retracement, typically an ideal target for a wave 4. So interesting day. CPI today as well. So we might get a decision today. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.